High Commission of India in Wellington today, and with me is His Excellency Muktesh Pardeshi, the High Commissioner of India to New Zealand, and we're here to talk about the response from the Indian High Commission here in Wellington to the raging pandemic in India and what's being done. Good day, sir. And we've seen over the last few days or maybe a week with hectic activity that's been happening, coordinated by the High Commission's office. What exactly has been happening?
Well, let me begin by saying that while we are facing this unprecedented crisis at home, we have also received support and tremendous goodwill from all quarters. All friendly countries, including New Zealand, they are standing with the government and people in India. So that's a matter of great satisfaction that the New Zealand government and the people, especially people of Indian origin, they have come together to help people in India by arranging medical supplies and expressing emotional support, being in touch with the family members who are suffering. So I would like to thank them for their support, sympathy and solidarity when we need them the most.
Right. Particularly from New Zealand, we've seen some medical equipment, emergency medical equipment, go to India, and that's been coordinated by the High Commission and the consulate in Auckland. Can you tell us something more about it? Because
that's right.
Yeah.
What we require at this point of time, we require some medical items, particularly items relating to oxygen supply. Mm-hmm. So we received information that the government is looking at oxygen cylinders, oxygen concentrators, oxygen generators, and some medicines like remdesivir. We try to ascertain the availability of these items in New Zealand market. We discovered that some oxygen concentrators are available with some suppliers. Thereafter, we reached out to High Commission and the Consulate of India in Auckland. We reached out to some community members and Indian associations that this number of items are available here. How can we help out to people in India? They were able to generate funds, and I'm very happy to say that as we are talking, the consignment of 72 concentrators should be reaching at Delhi airport. That's a great support lent by Indian community in New Zealand.
So this is a collective effort of Indian organizations, Indian individuals who live here?
That's right. That's right. It's a collective effort, and I would say faceless efforts. Of course, there are people who have been coordinating, and I would like to thank the community leaders and especially Mr. Bahaudilan, our honorary consul, as he's based in Auckland. Right. He was able to talk to them, meet them, and put together the consignment, which was deposited with the forwarding agent on 4th, and now it's reaching. So it's without any hassle, we were able to bring together the goodwill of the community leaders in doing this. As we have been successful in raising resources and putting together this consignment of 72 oxygen concentrators, we are looking for additional items which would be available in New Zealand market. Mm-hmm. And through your channel, I would like to request any supplier in New Zealand, if they are having a stock of oxygen concentrators, to contact us. We are looking at number, it could be 50, 60 concentrators, for which again we'll go back to the community, raise funds and send them in another consignment.
Right. And how does this work? There's lots of fundraising agencies, a lot of community organizations raising funds. Do they channel everything through a nominated account of the?
What we did, we agreed on certain principles. These principles are that, well, it has to be collective effort. Secondly, we have to maintain utmost transparency.
Yep.
So, from the High Commission, we are giving moral support to this initiative. We discussed with well-established community associations like New Zealand Indian Central Association. We requested them to receive funds in case people would like to transfer money. So it's being collected into their account, which is subject to audit and reporting. In case of bigger amounts, I know there are people who have donated more than $10,000 in one go. The bigger amounts, it was easier to collect, but for the smaller amount, we have partnered with Engine ICA to use their bank account, so that there is utmost transparency and trust in the management of the funds.
Right.
Those who would like to contribute in small major for all this initiative, they can also use the PM Cares Fund.
Yes.
The details of the PM Cares Fund is available in public domain. Important thing is the speed. Whatever items and resources we are able to send to India right now would be most useful. If something goes after months, and if there are bureaucratic delays, there are delays in transmission or transfer of item, that is not going to reach to the people in time. So the time is the essence.
Is there an account where people can send, donors can send money to the High Commission directly?
Well, in this effort, this opportunity did not come up. I would, since we have, we are using Engine ICA's bank account, I think the best thing would be to contribute to Engine ICA's account, and we are in touch with them. Whenever the resources are again pulled together, we'll procure another batch of oxygen concentrators to send it to India.
I think there's been some reports about people trying to send individual single consignments of oxygen concentrators or other equipment, and then it sort of gets stuck along the way because there's not paperwork and all that. Would you like everyone to really use the High Commission's channel as the preferred channel?
Well, as per the agreed protocol between several government agencies in India, the consignment which we have sent is had been shipped to Indian Red Cross. Why Indian Red Cross? Because they are on the ground. They are a relief agency, well known, transparent, and they have all India network. They work very closely with the Indian Ministry of Health and Family Welfare.
Right.
So whenever they know about incoming consignment of medical supplies, they would already have slotted, suppose 72 concentrators coming from New Zealand, that this consignment will go to place X or Y. So there is a careful planning done. The items should reach where people actually need. So that's the advantage of sending into the Indian Red Cross. But considering that the magnitude of the problem, the government has also given customs exemption in case people of Indian origin who would like to send individual oxygen concentrator, only oxygen concentrator, to their relatives in India. So in that case, they can take help of DHL or any forwarding agent and directly send it to their relatives in India. The DHL, they know about the notification of the government of India that the oxygen concentrators for the next few months they have been given this exemption. But if an individual, they send one item to Indian Red Cross, that goes into bureaucratic delays, because so that's why the government of India had put a threshold of at least a consignment of 30 concentrators. Otherwise, the Indian Red Cross, you just imagine, to clear one item, they have to spend so many man hours in getting the consignment done from the Delhi customs.
Right. So it's very important that people quite quickly pool their resources and have enough to send batches of at least 30.
That would be
ideal.
Yes, since we have, but of course we are looking at availability, and today's my commercial team was sharing the information that probably we'll have another 40 oxygen concentrators available in New Zealand market. We are in touch with the suppliers. Once we are able to ascertain, we will reach out to the community leaders and members to come forward once again. But in the meanwhile, in anticipation of possible next batch of oxygen concentrators, if in a particular city they have pulled together resources, please get in touch with us. We'll be able to put them in touch with Indian ICA, or in Auckland with Shri Bahaudilan, India's honorary consul. I know in Christchurch some people have got together and they have pulled together some resources. We'll be using those resources for the next batch of materials.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Is there a message that you would like to give Kiwi Indians and the viewers of Indian Weekend as your final words?
Well, what we need at this point of time is sympathy and solidarity and support from all quarters. We have to stand with people in India in the moments of unprecedented health crisis.
Sure.
This was a few months back. We had never thought that we'll be hit so hard. So through your channel, I would like to thank for the support that I have received from the Indian community here. I also take this opportunity to wish their family members good health in India, and together we can overcome this challenge as we have done several others in the past.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. There were some very key messages there. One is to collect quite quickly, and a large range of technical materials which are required, including oxygen concentrators. And oxygen concentrators are the ones which have an exemption, customs exemption, and these are being sent in batches of 30. So the first batch of 72 have already gone, and the efforts are underway to send another 40. And please keep those dollars coming. Please collect, and speedy recovery to all of your relatives who might be, and friends back in India who might be suffering from the effects of this pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you.